What up, folks? It's your boy PJ, and we finally got the matchup that I think is at or near the top of the list for every fair play clan out there. We matched up against OneHive in an arranged war, and it was an awesome one. Before getting into the meat of the recap, I just want to talk quickly about OneHive and maybe give them a little bit of recognition and thanks for their contribution to the community. Before the first OneHive video, the first Jake video I ever watched was the Go Wipe Rut, which a friend of mine forwarded to me. And I was in my original clan with some friends of mine that I know personally, and you know, we were go wipers. We didn't really have any blueprint or path to develop 3-star strategies. We pretty much just thought that that's what the game was, 2-starring at Town Hall 9. And after watching that video, I got really interested in the 3-star strategies and continued to watch OneHive videos. I watched them then all the way through now. Started developing my game. I found playing with CoC through the Bindle chat room, looking for clan that Jake set up and endorsed on his channel. So I wouldn't even, you know, be in this competitive clan without that connection. So, you know, it really developing those 3-star strategies as a result of watching OneHive videos really prolonged my enjoyment of the game. I think that I was fading out. My enjoyment of the game was definitely dwindling before I watched that first video, and ever since then it's become an even much more enjoyable game than when I first got involved and first started warring. And so anyway, OneHive, you guys have been the gold standard for fair play 3-star clans, and I thank you for it. I think at this time let's just jump right into the war. There it goes. We beat them incredibly by 1 star. It was an awesome battle. They started strong. 3-starred their first 3 attacks, and then you know, came down to earth a little bit. We started slow, but picked up speed as our heavy hitters started focusing on the cleanup attacks. The end result, they 3-starred all of our Town Hall 9s, and they had several Town Hall 9 attacks remaining. We had to dip 1 Town Hall 10 down to clean up their Town Hall 9s, and then we got 1 3-star on their Town Hall 10, and they didn't get any 3-stars on ours, and that was the difference in the war. We did have an edge on total destruction, so you know, maybe we would have won if it was a tie. But in any event, we got the win, and let's jump into some replays. We'll start with our JakeW versus ThePlow. And Jake's going to bring, this is the Town Hall 10 3-star that made the difference. Jake's going to drop 5 lightnings and an earthquake on that center area. He's going to get the Inferno Tower, the clan castle, which prevents any troops from coming out. So it kills the troops inside the clan castle. The Archer Queen, she walks right into those lightning strikes, and an air sweeper. So 4 buildings down, 4 key buildings down, and in exchange for all of Jake's spells. And now he is going to work his way into the core using 2 golems, his heroes, and a series of wall breakers. He brought a bunch. I think he brought 12 wall breakers, and he's going to send them in small groups, focusing on the right little segments. There's 3 separate groups, blew up 3 chunks of wall. Watch this Archer Queen. Jake's going to hold off on sending his wall breakers right until that Tesla goes down, and now he's going to send the last group of his wall breakers. They're going to bypass that box where the Tesla was and go straight to the wall with the Town Hall and the second Inferno Tower, and that clears the path for Jake's heroes to work their way deeper into the base, get a second air defense and the last Inferno Tower, and he's got 3 hounds, 2 hounds and loons. Sorry, yeah, 3 hounds and loons to take care of the last 2 air defenses. So the loons are converging. No spells to help them out, but his Archer Queen gets to that Inferno Tower just in time and takes it down. And there are enough loons to get in on those on the air defense and those defenses. So his queen goes down, but plenty of loons left and a nice swarm of pups, and he will get the 3-star. So hats off to JakeW from PWC for pulling that 3-star and really making the difference in the war. Next up, let's take a look at Dam versus Dr. J Murda, number 9. Dam is bringing a 3 golem, kind of a max attack. He's going to do this little mini queen walk, which I love. No healers, just getting tanked by that golem. She's going to slowly work her way up along that southeast wall. And as she takes out defenses, the golem will move along with her. So she takes out that archer tower. Golem starts to redirect. He has a 3rd golem down right there in the middle. Wall breaks in. All 3 golems are converging on that air defense. P.E.K.K.A in the enemy clan castle. He's got a poison down for that, and Dam's Barbarian King will lock onto it and take it down pretty quick. Next up is that 4 Tesla farm, and he's got plenty of golem tanking to take care of that. Those buildings go down quickly. He's used all his spells at this point, rage and heal, plus the 4 earthquakes to open up that whole middle. His Barbarian King gets in there on the enemy Archer Queen, and now it is a matter of timing the air deployment. He only has one hound, so he really needs to get that other air defense, and he's just taking his sweet time, not rushing anything. The queen is eventually going to move over there. Those 2 golemites have redirected to the air defense, and eventually the queen will as well. He starts with the first hound, has his loons all focused on that top part of the building, and the Archer Queen has all his loons focused on that northwest side of the map. Archer Queen does finally take down the 3rd air defense, and it is clean up. 3-star, awesome job. Next up, Alex versus Predator, number 10. Alex is going to drop a 3 healer queen walk on this one, and then follow it up with a good little GoVaHo action. There's a hound in the enemy clan castle, so Alex is going to walk his queen away from. He's intentionally making it so his queen does not encounter that hound or trigger the clan castle. He's going to let his other troops trigger it. Also notice, I should have commented on it before, he sent in those 2 hogs to take out the Wiz Tower in that top compartment, and as soon as it went down, he sent in his wall breakers. Since that compartment was empty, the wall breakers bypassed the closest corner and instead stepped into the indented wall segment and opened that up for his Barbarian King and golems to go in. So they are now into the part of the base that Alex needs them to be. They're triggering giant bombs. His hogs are coming in mostly from the east side. He's got a poison down to take care of skeleton traps, and there's really not much left, just those 2 couple defenses in the middle. His hogs have taken them down, and he still has Valks up. He still has his Barbarian King up. I think his queen went down, but plenty of troops for the cleanup. 3-star. That was a sweet one. Next up, let's look at RayQuaza versus AlphaDog, number 11. Ray is bringing a 4-quake GoVaHo. Interesting here, Ray is hitting way up. Ray has 20/20 heroes, and he's facing off against 30/30 heroes. So really incredible job getting this 3-star here. He's got 2 golems down on the bottom side. He's going to make a really nice wide funnel Give plenty of time. He's not rushing his wall break entry. He's got golems down there tanking and wizards to clear out those perimeter defenses. So after the wizards take out the defenses on that bottom segment, he wall breaks in. That allows the golems to redirect in the right way, since that bottom golem didn't have any more defenses in the base segment that it was previously focusing on. Barbarian King's in, Valks are in, they're under heal. They work their way through that base onto the enemy Archer Queen, and now his hogs are doing their thing. Just one heal, which he uses relatively early on that left side of the base, but his Barbarian King is still going strong. He still has his Archer Queen up, although she has really low health, but still has some tanking going for her, and some Valks running around causing damage. His hogs got a nice little split there on the hogs. 3 hogs went down there and took out a Tesla tower while being tanked for by those golemites. So all defenses down at this point. Barbarian King still up, standing there with nothing to do in the bottom part of the base, and the last few cleanup buildings are down. Awesome job. Next, another Alex 3-star, got a 6-pack. Good job. He's going against Hell number 12. He's got a little 4 healer mini Queen Walk, coupled with a kind of modified max attack. You see he uses the earthquakes to bust open that middle part, gives him access to easy access to 3 air defenses and the enemy Archer Queen. Alex's Archer Queen is going to walk her way down to that south part of the base where the golems are working their way in. Once everything joins up, then they will make their trip into the middle of the base. Alex pours in some wall breakers. They make it through the fire they were drawing from that X-bow. He had plenty of extra wall breakers to make sure that they got in there. They are now working their way into the middle part of the base, poison down to help deal with that dragon and loon. His Barbarian King did not go the way that he wanted it to go, and that's going to make it difficult for him for Alex to get to the Archer Queen. You see that the enemy Archer Queen is still up. He can't really deploy his the bulk of his loon attack until that Archer Queen goes down. So instead of rushing things and just having the attack fail, he gets really patient, sends in a few loons to help take out some of those perimeter defenses, but really just bides his time until his Archer Queen finally works her way over to the enemy Archer Queen, and as soon as that event happens, then he will send in his Hound and his remaining 9 loons. Sends in a couple loons there. They get an easy strike on that Archer tower, and now the Archer Queen has taken out the enemy Archer Queen. The Hound started going in, but his Archer Queen locked onto that 4th air defense and took it down. So it's really just cleaning up those perimeter defenses, which they are able to do fairly quickly. Both heroes still up. No lava pups for cleanup, but enough troops to get it done. Next, let's check out Tiny Pickle versus Lord Byron number 14. Byron is our number 34. I'm sorry, Pickle is our number 34, coming all the way up to Lord Byron's 14 level. Pickle has 25 and 26 heroes against 30 heroes. So awesome job getting this one done. I was talking to Tiny Pickle after the war, and he told me, this is kind of a back to the basics Shattered Laloon attack, and this was the first attack he learned from OneHive videos, and he thought it appropriate that he deploy this strategy against them. So he deploys it with great effect. You see his heroes are working their way in there, poison down for the enemy dragon and loon. Dragon goes down, Queen pops off her ability, 1 air defense is down, his Barbarian King gets the 2nd air defense down, his Queen gets a sweeper down, and now it is time for the Hounds and Loons. Hounds going in and doing the initial tanking for those perimeter defenses. Targeted Loons get on them really quick, and with an assistance from the hastes, they rocket their way in onto that 1st air defense. 1 air defense down, and 1 more to go. There's 1 Hound at relatively full strength. Oh no, pretty damaged Hound that's hovering over that air defense. But he has a Rage to help his bulk of Loons get there. So they take out that last air defense. The Rage helps them to that 1st Expo. Still some significant defenses that can do damage. That there was a Seeking Mine. That Expo really did a lot of work. And there's that Archer Tower there. Takes out all but 1 Loon, but that Loon gets it down, and he has enough pups for the cleanup. There's the 3-star. Awesome job. Next, let's check out Groth versus Pero, number 16. Groth is going to drop a 4 Earthquake Stone GoVaHo. This was a hit, a fresh hit. So he didn't have any scout, and had to really coordinate his hog deploy to account for several potential bomb spots. So he gets the earthquakes down, opens up that middle part of the base. Golems and heroes are working their way on in. They're dealing with I think those are some goblins in the clan castle and a dragon. After the Queen dispatches that dragon, they're going to continue to work their way in. The earthquake opened up a path to the enemy Archer Queen, and also opened up access to several potential bomb spots. 1 giant bomb does go off. I think they get a 2nd one, and he's sending his hogs along that east line, and they'll work their way kind of counterclockwise around the base. 4 Tesla farm there toward the town hall. Fortunately, he's got 2 of his golems there are doing some good tanking. He dropped a heal there just to make sure his hogs stayed in good shape. And now 3 point defenses left. They're going to take them out one by one. The golems worked their way over to that Archer Tower and Wiz Tower to do some additional tanking for his hog group. Last defense goes down. Queen pops off her ability, and it is cleanup. He's got a couple wizards on that on the right side, and the bulk of his force coming from the left, moving east. All the buildings go down, and gets the 3-star. Fantastic. And lastly, for this video, and I'm going to put together another one because there were so many good attacks, we'll show Dave versus Ziggy, number 18. Dave's going to walk his queen away from the clan castle. You see he's got that minion on that mortar to get a cheap kill on a defense and to send his queen in the correct direction. And he has golems and Wiz down in the bottom part of the base, getting it going on the funnel and the base entry. A jump spell gets his Barbarian King in on the Archer Queen. While the golems are tanking, he sent in a couple early hogs to take out defenses along that southern perimeter line. The Queen is doing her thing, and now he's pouring in his hogs from the east. They will work their way around the base. He has 3 heals, and I believe this base has all single giant bombs. So it's really just a matter of getting his heals in the right place to cover off on those bombs, because there are no double sets that could wipe out the hogs in one pop. So there goes the last hog, and the last bomb, and the last defense. You see that Clan Castle Hound was fairly useless. The pops toward the end, and those pups do follow the hogs around, causing a little bit of damage, but nothing that was going to derail that raid. Pulled the 3-star. That was fantastic. We had a lot of fun. It was a lot of pressure. Everybody put a ton of work into their attacks. Hats off to everybody at PWC, all the leaders and co-leaders who put so much time into arranging this war and planning everything related to it. And a big shout out to OneHive. We're glad we got the match, and maybe we'll rematch against you guys at some point in the future. So this was part 1, and I'll see you next time with part 2.